Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Brew Review Crew. Today we have an extra special edition of the BRC for you today. Corey, tell them why this is such a special edition.
We're going in depth at the newest Toledo craft beer brewery, which is Black Frog. And we've actually met up with Chris Harris, who's the starter, the founder, the brewer of Black Frog. And you can read about that right here. And one of his special things that he does, he brews everything with honey. So it's really cool. So right here we got an amphibian pale ale. We got cream of the frog, which is a cream ale. And then we got a Frogilicious honey porter. And I think they look really great. I mean, they look clean.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here. I think he's got his stuff kind of well patted down there.
Glub, 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 glub. Yeah, and I think another thing we should mention is that one of the reasons why this is such an important brewery is because Christopher Harris is one of the few African-American craft beer owners and operators in America. I mean, he's in very small company, as in, I think, less than 10. We are the first, we are the absolute first to try these beers, all three of them, especially the pale ale. We are the first tongues to taste the pale ales.
I'm excited to dive in.
I am too.
I think we should not prolong this any further.
Why digress?
Let's hop right in.
All right, so what are we starting with here? We're starting with
this is the amphibian pale ale, aka APA.
Okay.
It's more malty than I expected. Whenever I think pale ale, I know it's not technically correct, but I still think it's supposed to be hop forward. It's got a great caramely nose to it.
And I love the aroma. Yeah, the aroma is really great.
The aroma's perfect.
You know, as Corey said, all of his beers are brewed with honey. And if you're not familiar as to why they're all frog themed, Toledo is Frog Town, and Great Black Swamp is what the region was called. So he kind of melded all that together. I think it's kind of a cool, throwback to his region.
The one critique I do have is that it's a little bitter without having hop flavor.
Sure, it could use more hop presence for a pale ale.
Yeah, well, and even if it was supposed to be like just a malty or pale ale, it's more like caramel and then like a lingering back bitterness. And I don't know if it has the balance that I'm looking for in a perfect pale ale. I think the honey, I don't know how much he adds to everything, but it does add a little bit of this like really light, airy mouthfeel, kind of a slight alcoholic mouthfeel on the back end. It really thins it out.
And I can get it a little on the nose.
Yeah, and it adds this just cool honey flavor, but it's very subtle.
I think we are ready to move on to the...
This is the cream of the frog.
Okay.
Cream of the frog here.
Cream of the frog here. Right off the bat, on first sniff, canned corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canned corn.
Yeah, you get that great grain. The grain husk, the canned corn, the good, just like
if you
lighter.
Green Giant, you peel that can open, that's what that smells like.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
very clean.
Agreed. There's no off flavors, nothing detracting.
Right.
And cream ales are tough because like they're such a subdued style anyway.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, what can you say about a cream ale?
I mean, that's true. This has a good, like, biscuity type flavor. Like a little bit of like cracker, biscuit. I mean, it's very light and malty. This is one of those that you're going to take golfing with you and drink,
Absolutely. I mean, really, like, truly, this is a very
really
clean
nice
beer. You're right. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you.
And one of the things I'm actually really impressed with is the look of this thing. I mean, it is crystal clear.
This is truly exceptional. I mean, it is clear as like some stone brews we've had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've done that one, let's move on to the
this is the Frogilicious honey porter, which I'm most excited about because I think the honey and the porter, obviously, there's a lot of examples of those because the flavors meld so well together. And I think this is going to let his honey theme shine through the most.
Now, I want to note, the appearance. Yeah. This is not typical of a porter.
No, it's usually I feel like porters are supposed to be a little darker, a little more opaque.
Very dark brown.
Yeah, dark brown. This is almost like the color of an amber.
I mean, it's very close to the pale, to be honest.
It really is.
Yeah, definitely atypical of the style.
Oh, it smells great though. This one has probably the best nose of the three so far.
Chocolatey, chocolatey aromas.
Yeah, very sweet aroma. You're right, like sticky, like almost like toffee, chocolate toffee pudding, like
barley wine-esque almost. I don't know. Is that It's like chocolate and alcohol.
It doesn't taste overbearingly heavy. It's sweet. It's got a little bit of an alcohol burn, but it's pretty well balanced. I guess the one critique I have about all three is that nothing is like blowing me away.
Sure.
Nothing is really stand out. I think this one is my favorite of the three.
It's definitely the most flavorful.
It's the most flavorful. It has the best balance of flavors, and it has the coolest, like, unique flavor profile of the three. I think all three of them could just use a little bit of tweaking to get them to, like, that upper level where you'd go to the store, seek it out, search for it, buy it type beer. They're very good. I'm not distracting away from that. They are good beers.
You know, the pale ale I think could use a more hop presence, a hop forward presence. The cream ale is, I mean, I think it's good, great for a cream ale. I don't know what else you could want from it.
Yeah.
The porter, aside from the color throwing me off, I think it tastes pretty good. And I got to tell you, he took 2 of these to our local, you know, kind of bigger bottle shop. He sold out in 1 week, completely sold out. And now local bars, other stores are demanding, you know, his product, and it'll be interesting to see how he evolves, because now there's some serious interest. I want to see how he can keep up. I'm wishing him the best. I want to say thank you, Chris, for giving us these 3 samples. I think all 3 taste great. Obviously, we want to provide some helpful, constructive criticism as well as build you up. So hopefully, if you're in the Toledo area and you get your hands on one of these products, I think you should, because you're part of something historic, and I think they're pretty good.
So, Ron, what I want you to do real quick before we dive into anything else, I just want you to do the 1, 2, 3. What do you think was your favorite, second favorite, one that you think needs the most work? I mean, they're all solid beers. I don't want to take away from that.
You know, flavor-wise, which is what you care about when you're drinking, I like the porter, to be honest. I like that as my number 1, and I think the cream ale is really, really nice. The pale ale I enjoyed. I just, you know, as a pale ale, you want more hops, and that's all I'm going to say. So 1, 2, 3, kind of in order. I think overall, though, for what you'd have to see a setup for what he's doing. I mean, I would give him, you know, overall like a B.
I'm gonna echo you a little bit. I do think flavor-wise, this is the best, the one that's the most interesting to me. But I think stylistically, the cream is the one that is like the most spot on the way you want it to be. So I would go probably cream, then honey, then pale ale. But like you said, all of them very solid choices. All of them have a little bit of room for improvement. So a B, C plus B is probably a good range. And I think that he's really gonna ramp this up once he starts getting the demand for it.
And he's the man. So if you're ever around, support local craft beer, because he's doing something that so many people want to do but don't do. He's doing a great job, and he's a great guy. And this is actually very good beer. So
we're looking forward to another craft brewery in this area. So I'm hoping that he sticks around for as long as possible.
And with that, what else can we say? We are the Brew Review crew.
We'll review.
A brew for you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
3 beers, 1 brewery. This is the sneak peek of Black Frog from Toledo, Ohio. We're looking forward to see what he has to bring us, and I think you should try every one of these beers when you see them in the market. But until then, make sure you subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, do all the good stuff. If you want to click Ron Dancing, Ron, dance real quick. Click Ron Dancing, and that's going to give you the random video of the day. That's going to be our another Versus series, which is going to be cool. And then over here, you're going to see a double 100, double 100. Click it, you'll like it.